Welcome back. Prime.
Say no more.
Just going to leave it there. Undoubtedly, digital trends have revolutionized the way we interact with products, services, with brands, our relationship with them. But are companies always considering the potential impact on consumers' health? Probably not. Take, for example, obviously the recent controversy, the storm around Prime Energy and Prime hydrated drinks entering the South African markets. And with us today, a PR guru, Shiraz Reddy, and Sebastian Newman, who you're being thrown into everything today, bro, because you're that guy. You've got a front row seat.
He's in his prime.
He's in his prime. By virtue of the fact that we've said it 5 times, job done. But I'll call this a smash and grab.
Yeah.
And as a brand guru who helps people grow a long-term relationship with a brand and emotional investment, this feels like the opposite. This feels like a sales-driven algorithm that's capitalizing on a trend or mechanism, but it's got very little to do with building trust,
and
security, equity, all of the things that are, you would know, the foundation of a brand building exercise. What do you make of this nonsense? Explain what is actually going on with Prime.
It's easy, it's guerrilla tactics.
Yeah.
They came in, they saw the need within the market for a digital brand to be able to be tangible. Because what we see on spaces like TikTok, you see a brand, you see hacks, you see things, but you're not able to grab it really. Not everyone can achieve those hacks and things, right? They saw that gap in the market to bring this digital trend to the masses. Yeah, and it's, I must say, quite loudly. Obviously, you know, the brand team behind it knew for a fact, had they gone in with the right target market, they were going to do it right. But have they done it right? I don't think so.
But they've done something crazy nonetheless. Whether it's right or wrong, what they've done is taking over the world, because I'm looking at the way the world works right now and who we take credibility from. These are online sensations. These are YouTubers, bears. These are guys that have started soccer accounts and built an account to YouTube and now are more famous and more influential and powerful than the celebs and the politicians that we used to subscribe to. Is that where we at now, Ben?
I'm going to say it's a prime example of influencer marketing.
Exactly.
100%. Because 2 YouTubers now turned boxers, right?
Yeah, turned anything, actually, whatever they can do.
Promote this thing. It came to South Africa. Now, everybody's favorite influencers in South Africa is drinking it. Now, I want to drink it. People are paying up to 900 Rand for this. And then now it was here, thanks to other people. And... You're going for it.
And KSI, obviously the YouTubers that founded the brand, right? They knew what they were doing. They knew for a fact that I am going to target an audience that wants instant gratification. They're going to go and they're going to take mom and dad and they're going to go to the store and be like, I must have. It's a must have. It's a mentality of FOMO.
But again, to what I was saying earlier, is that we just want to belong. We just want to be part of something. So I don't even know what it tastes like.
To the group norms and they're setting it.
It doesn't even need to taste nice. I'm going to have it because everyone's doing it.
It's also, there's another algorithm here that's tapping in. It's we want to be an alpha male. We want to be in our prime.
We want to be cool.
Yeah, and there's an element here that is feeding a much bigger algorithm. I'm going to say that word. But if you needed to really understand this, you need to see it. So let's take a little look at how things played out in just a moment, or just go onto social media and check online at that actual madness playing out. As an influencer, if you're going to back this, you're going to jump on board, surely you need to be considering the responsibility you have in terms of being the custodian of that trust. Now, there's a reason why these big brands are spending $1 trillion a year on Facebook. It's to connect to that trust. How trustworthy is pushing a product like this?
I will always say, when working in influencer marketing or anything in that type of space, you have 2 things, right? You have the right to be able to do the work, but it's your responsibility to be ethical. It's your responsibility to do the research if it's not provided to you. And yes, I get it. Digital marketing, all of that is the way to go. There's no brand on earth that cannot have a digital presence. You just mentioned Facebook. Facebook ads, the biggest thing you can do for your brand, your personal brand, your tangible brand. But the point that I'm trying to get at is that those things are not always going to translate into you being able to get the message across if you don't have the right research. So just getting paid to stand with the bottle, it's not good enough anymore. And that is what brands are doing. They're countering the influencer marketing, going, well, is this influencer doing the research and do they speak to my audience? And I don't feel like the influencers, or rather the digital marketing team that has executed on this, did the right research for our markets. It's a bit confusing, but it's
well, I mean, there was very
all
little.
over the place.
There was very little ethical underpinning
Let's
here,
be
but from a
honest,
marketing perspective, obviously a massive success for this phase of sales.
Yeah.
How about the next round when everyone is tapped out? That's the thing that scares me the most. And they're not alone in the space. Other companies have been jumping onto this trend as well. We're mentioning Saf Air for one with a R9 sale. It sounds like a fire sale. It sounds like a closing down sale. I've been stuck in an international airport after one of these sales. So that alone surely should have crossed someone's framework. And we're talking about cost of living here today. So yes, you're hitting a market that is so tenderized and so at risk. What do you make of that? Is there anything positive to be derived out of that apart from a R9 trip to George?
People asking where is George, but buying the ticket to George.
But buying the tickets.
But exactly, back to the same thing is like, they also are playing into people's like needs. People are struggling, right? But they know they're gonna make their money. They don't care about you. And even if you're sitting on, you have to spend data to go onto your thing, wherever you are. People had 3-4 devices open so that they could try and get a gap into the queue even, just to be like, can I even see if my data is available? So I think it's also like sometimes just preying on like...
But you know what, they were very clever. Because at the moment, Saf Air is the go-to airline for a reliable flight. A flight that's not being delayed. And they're like, you know what, we're going to maximize on this opportunity to be top of mind. That is exactly what they did. They were like, we're going to capitalize on the fact that people want us and need us. Let's give back a bit to those that actually maybe not be able to travel. They can't afford a 2,000 Rand flight. So here's a R9 one, even though you have to wait 9 hours.
But the crazy thing is, but you almost need to have the resources to be able to afford a ticket, to be able to sit in that queue and do this to facilitate. So we get it. It's a smash and grab. That's what it feels like to me from a marketing sense. But we'd love to know from you firsthand. Were you there? Were you front of the queue to get your hands on one of these particular drinks? I'm not going to say the brand name again today. Now, I probably will about 5 times. Did you get one of those R9 deals? And are you in George right now? Because I'd like to see what that looks like.
Imagine at the same time. Amazing. But of course, we're carrying on with this discussion. Guys, thank you for this. It's really shedding light on the decisions that we should be making when it comes to being budget conscious in this time that we are all dealing with at the moment. For now, though, let's head back to you, Mzansi, and find out if you had any tips for us with regards to our budget conscious world that we're living in right now.